A police got a top from a woman and is coming to arrest you because. Archangel Michael says, the silence before the storm is not always peaceful, it hides the weight of a blow about to fall. Your name has been whispered in a cold corner, and now, sirens have begun to stir because of it. Somewhere in the shadows, someone has twisted truth into a weapon and placed it in the hands of law enforcement. A woman gave a tip, one rooted not in justice but in personal vengeance. She knew exactly what to say to sound believable, and her words traveled faster than you can imagine. Now, someone in uniform has begun a journey, with your name marked on a document no one was ever meant to see. Behind closed doors, a conversation unfolded between her and a man wearing a badge. Her tone was urgent, her eyes filled with tears that may not have been real. Yet her emotion stirred suspicion, and that suspicion became an open case. Type Amen to get blessing 333. A report was filed late at night, and your name was listed under the section titled Primary Suspect. The reason won't make sense immediately, and that's what makes it so dangerous. Truth is distorted when personal jealousy fuels an accusation. She made the call without hesitation, claiming she was a victim of something you never did. She included precise details, locations, times, and even false witnesses. What shocked the officer most was how rehearsed her voice sounded, like she'd said it before in front of a mirror many times. She waited until she was sure you had no clue what was coming. Now the officers are preparing to move, fully believing her side of the story. She weaved it so perfectly that no questions were asked. Type Amen to get blessing 979. Archangel Michael says, her actions come from a place of long-held resentment that you failed to see. You ignored a sign once, thinking it was minor, but her intentions were never soft. She wanted to get close to you just to break you from within, and now, her plan is unfolding. A patrol car was assigned to investigate before an official arrest. They sent someone to observe you from afar to determine if your behavior matched the profile she built. Every movement of yours in the last 48 hours has been noted down quietly. She wasn't alone. A second woman, older, helped her solidify her lies and added fuel with fake evidence. This woman went as far as printing photos and modifying digital records to make her case look irrefutable. Type Amen to get blessing 111. As you read this, there's a file being reviewed again, this time by someone higher up. He's holding your name in one hand and a pen in the other, ready to sign an order you can't afford to ignore. He believes what's in front of him, not knowing what's behind it. This is no small matter. It could affect your home, your family, your reputation. They are not coming with questions, they are coming with conclusions. They believe they know everything, but what they've heard is a story designed to fit a motive. And yet, the truth is trapped beneath her lies, screaming to be set free but unheard. Type Amen to get blessing 848. She has always feared one thing, your success. Your growth made her feel small, and that insecurity has now turned to strategy. She couldn't match your light, so she decided to dim it with false darkness. The paperwork has reached a stage where it only takes one nod to escalate. Archangel Michael says, this woman has crossed a line that even the heavens cannot overlook. You must prepare your spirit, not with fear, but with alertness. Your recent days have been unusually silent, haven't they? That's because someone was watching and listening, not to understand but to twist. They took your normal actions and gave them new meanings, ones that do not represent you. Type Amen to get blessing 212. A location has been marked as your last known presence. They know where you are, or at least where they believe you'll be tonight. There's movement coming, And it's not just any patrol, it's a strategic visit dressed as routine. This is not about guilt or innocence in their eyes, it's about procedure. And once a procedure begins, it's hard to stop, even if truth knocks at the door later. Archangel Michael says, someone else is silently watching over you, trying to delay what's approaching. The same woman who started all this is acting innocent, even vulnerable, around others. But behind that fake sadness is someone calculating every step, hoping you'll be caught off guard. Type Amen to get blessing 555. She doesn't want you just questioned, she wants your life disrupted, your routine broken, and your confidence shaken. She has spoken to someone influential, someone with connections to law enforcement. That's why this case moved fast. One wrong word from you during the initial questioning could tilt the situation even more. They're not looking for facts, they're looking for confirmation. And that's dangerous when truth isn't on the table. Archangel Michael says, don't panic, but don't be passive either. You were never meant to be silenced by someone else's bitterness. Now is the time to be sharper than ever. Type Amen to get blessing 404. The good news is, someone is trying to help from within. An officer who reviewed your file saw inconsistencies and raised a silent flag. This officer has decided to dig deeper without alerting the others. She found contradictions in the woman's timeline. Certain photos she submitted were altered. The officer quietly placed a hold on the final sign-off and requested another interview with the woman. That is your opening. It's small, but it exists. Heaven made sure someone still has eyes that can see clearly. Type Amen to get blessing 266. But time is not unlimited. The woman has now realized someone is skeptical of her claim. She's trying to add more lies to reinforce her original statement. She went to the same lawyer she met once before. He advised her to remain silent until the police finish their job. That lawyer knows she's hiding something, but he's playing both sides. There's a camera recording her entrance and exit from a hotel room where she met that second woman. That footage could be your rescue key if it's found before it's deleted. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Archangel Michael says, you have survived storms before, but this one is meant to shift everything. That's why it comes not with noise but silence. It tests your discernment more than your strength. The woman might be smiling around others, but she's panicking inside. She knows if the truth leaks, she could face consequences. So now, she's trying to press the system faster. She made another call today, pushing them to move forward with urgency. She's afraid that the truth will leak before you're pulled into questioning. Type Amen to get blessing 319. An emergency meeting is scheduled tonight between 3 officers. Your name will be on the screen. They will decide if an arrest is to be made or if surveillance should continue. A decision will be made in less than 7 hours. The woman has sent a final emotional message to the lead officer, claiming she feels threatened. That message is meant to rush things. But the officer who still doubts is now gathering real data. She doesn't believe everything adds up. That's the force holding everything back right now. Type Amen to get blessing 202. Don't react with fear. React with readiness. Everything you've been through is preparing you for a moment where lies would chase you but truth would fight for you. Archangel Michael says, a window is opening from above. A divine timing that exposes her before your name is stained. It will not be easy, but it is not impossible. Her lies are cracks in a glass mask. Once the first crack spreads, it will all shatter. The key is in the silence, What you don't say will protect you more than what you do. Type Amen to get blessing 101. There's another person who knows the truth. A man who was present during a critical moment she's hiding. He didn't want to get involved, but now he feels something pushing him to speak. If he steps forward, her story collapses. He knows the real reason behind her accusations, and it has nothing to do with law or truth, it's about revenge. He's scared but watching everything unfold. Heaven is trying to touch his heart now. If he speaks, it ends. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Archangel Michael says, justice may delay, but it does not sleep. She wanted a cage for you, but she's unknowingly building one for herself. Her own words will betray her soon. You are being protected in ways you can't see right now. A divine army is rerouting what was sent to destroy you. Be calm, but be aware. Speak only when needed. Listen more than you explain. Let the truth work in silence, it will echo louder than the noise of her lies. Type Amen to get blessing 900. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, a new surveillance photo has just entered the file. It was taken without your knowledge while you were speaking to someone outside a shop. They're trying to connect you to a place you barely stayed in for 5 minutes. She told them you had hidden something in that location. Now, officers are preparing to inspect that area to find evidence that doesn't exist. It's an illusion wrapped in fear, pushed by a woman who is determined to win. Type Amen to get blessing 774. Behind the scenes, there's pressure on the officers to make this move quickly. She reached out to a senior member, pretending to fear for her life, saying you might disappear if they wait too long. That false urgency triggered the green light on your file. The paperwork is almost ready. One more call, one more lie, and they may knock without warning. That's why this message was sent to you, not to cause panic but to prepare your spirit. She smiled when she ended that call, confident that the lies had been accepted. She's walking around as if justice is in her hands. But something she never expected is already in motion, truth is catching up. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The man who saw the truth unfold, the one she didn't know was watching, is finally stepping forward. His message is being typed as we speak. He says he cannot carry the weight of silence anymore. He saw her plan the false story. He heard her instruct the other woman how to answer if questioned. He even warned her once to stop, but she laughed. Now, his testimony is being submitted anonymously. It may not stop the officers immediately, but it will slow them down. That time window is everything. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The second woman, the one who supported her story, is starting to get nervous. She knows that if things go wrong, she could be charged for false reporting. Her hands are shaking. Her voice cracked during her last phone call. She's beginning to consider backing out, but she fears the consequences from the woman who pulled her into this. There's tension building between them. Cracks in their unity are widening. One more push, and one of them will confess. Type Amen to get blessing 363. Archangel Michael says, do not let fear enter your heart. This trap was laid with intention, but heaven intervened with interruption. What was set to ruin you is now under divine examination. There's an energy rising from within you. Your name is being spoken with clarity in secret places. Someone who never believed in you is starting to doubt what she said. That shift is crucial. It will cause a delay. That delay will bring protection. Type Amen to get blessing 292. Another person is reviewing your past. A colleague, an officer from a neighboring division, remembers you from years ago. They described you as kind, disciplined, and non-aggressive. That statement is being read now. That one remark has slowed the forward motion. It's not much, but it's enough to make someone pause. That pause gives room for truth to rise. There's more. A second witness is coming forward. A woman. She was once friends with the accuser but broke ties quietly. Type Amen to get blessing 118. She's been silent for months. But the noise of what's happening is now too loud. She reached out to someone close to law enforcement, asking how to share the truth safely. She revealed voice recordings. In those recordings, the woman who accused you admitted she was doing this to teach him a lesson. That clip is in someone's inbox, waiting to be played. Heaven is placing keys in the hands of the right people. These keys open doors to your freedom and close the mouths of those who lied. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Still, caution is necessary. The main officer overseeing the case is known for acting fast, sometimes without full proof. That's why you need to stay centered and alert. A wrong move, panic, anger, overreaction, could be misread and used against you. But if you remain steady, they will find nothing solid to hold. The accuser is losing control over her own story. She added new lies that contradict the old ones. Officers are noticing. Type Amen to get blessing 707. The next 24 hours are critical. A decision will be made whether to proceed with a warrant or pause the case for further review. Right now, it's split in the middle. Heaven is fighting for you, but you must also hold your ground. Let them find you strong, not shaken. Confident, not confused. She wants you broken. But her plan is breaking itself. Her lies are collapsing like cards. Type Amen to get blessing 234. One person is about to lose everything for speaking the truth, but they'll gain peace. This person is risking their job to say what really happened. Their statement could shut the entire case down. Archangel Michael says, "You are not alone. Every step taken against you is being recorded in heaven's scroll. You are meant to rise, and this situation is the fire that will purify your future." The woman who planned your downfall is not sleeping well anymore. She knows the truth is getting louder. Type Amen to get blessing 121. A call was intercepted, her voice, trembling, asking someone, "What if they don't believe me anymore?" Her panic has begun. She knows she can't undo what she started. Her plan was to control your narrative. But now, you're the one in control, because heaven made sure you were warned in time. There are cameras, messages, and witnesses working in your favor. This battle will not end in your defeat. Type Amen to get blessing 808. She wanted to ruin your name, but her name is being flagged for manipulation. She doesn't know it yet, but she's being watched too. Those who once believed her are watching closely now. This is not just a tip-off anymore, it's an investigation into lies. You are being cleared, layer by layer, without needing to fight loudly. Truth does not scream. It waits. And when it speaks, it breaks walls. Type Amen to get blessing 112. Archangel Michael says, "Your silence is louder than her noise." You must remain in that divine quiet strength. Let the angels do what they were sent to do. Don't change your routine drastically, but be aware of small movements around you. If anyone approaches, stay respectful and calm. There is one officer sent not to arrest, but to confirm truth. He will be the one who flips everything. Type Amen to get blessing 999. She underestimated your divine protection. She thought your kindness made you weak. But the same heart she tried to break is the one heaven favors. Now, she's beginning to isolate herself. The second woman involved has pulled away and is refusing to answer her calls. The walls around her are falling fast. She doesn't know yet that her own voice message is about to be exposed. Type Amen to get blessing 131. The evidence that could save you is real. It's digital. It's verbal. It's spiritual. And it's reaching the right eyes. One final step remains. That voice clip must be submitted tonight. The officer holding it is deciding whether to use it. Heaven is whispering into that officer's ears. Let the clip play. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Once it's heard, everything shifts. The file that once marked you as guilty will be flipped upside down. Your name will be crossed off, not in shame, but in justice. That's when the storm will end. That's when the woman's story will burn under the light of truth. You will not be arrested. You will be an example of protection. Type Amen to get blessing 727. Archangel Michael says, walk with courage now. The arrest she hoped for will become a mirror she can't escape from. Her lies are loud, but truth is louder. Your angels are already ahead of the chaos. Sleep tonight not in fear, but in faith. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Archangel Michael says, the woman who started all of this is no longer in control. Her fear is now louder than her false confidence. She can feel something slipping from her hands, and it's the very story she worked so hard to build against you. She has made another mistake, one she won't be able to fix. She texted someone who saved a screenshot. That screenshot will soon land on the desk of an investigator. The text reads, "Don't worry, he'll never see it coming. I've done this before." Those words are enough to question the entire accusation. Type Amen to get blessing 535. Now the officer who once doubted her slightly has stopped everything and scheduled a secret cross-examination. That means she will be asked again to explain her timeline, her contacts, and her reasons, without being told that a message already proves she's lying. She won't be able to match her story. That's when they'll see the gaps. That's when the truth will scream through every whispered lie she used. Another shift is happening. One of the women she involved is no longer picking her calls. Type Amen to get blessing 121. The woman who followed her and gave fake statements is stepping back. She told a close friend, "I didn't sign up for this. I thought it was just to scare him a little." That friend is married to someone in law enforcement. The words are out. The circle is falling apart. They never expected resistance because they thought lies would be enough. But your spirit isn't weak. Your protection isn't human. Heaven has stepped in fully now. Type Amen to get blessing 242. One of the officers assigned to approach you tomorrow has been asked to delay the move until new information is reviewed. That delay wasn't random, it was divine. You were never meant to fall for what she created. You were meant to rise through it. This moment was designed to bring forward your power, not your fear. Your name is being removed slowly from the center of suspicion. Every lie is now turning into smoke. Type Amen to get blessing 818. The room where her report was taken, there's footage of her rehearsing in the mirror before stepping in. That footage shows her repeating words as if practicing a script. That video was discovered by mistake, but it changed everything. One investigator paused the video, looked at his partner, and said, "This isn't right." That's the moment truth began its rise. Type Amen to get blessing 373. You are not just being saved, you are being vindicated. This will become an example for others who were once falsely accused. You will become a voice for those who never had one. Archangel Michael says, there's still one more obstacle. The official report is still in circulation, and unless retracted, it holds legal weight. That's why the officer is now contacting the woman who submitted it, asking for a formal reconfirmation. Type Amen to get blessing 989. She won't be able to give it. She knows that if she signs anything more, she'll be caught in her own contradictions. That's why she's starting to panic and search for a way to undo what she did. But she's too deep in now. And those around her are walking away. She'll be left with only her own lies to comfort her. Your safety is growing stronger by the hour. Her plan is dissolving by the second. Type Amen to get blessing 660. You are not just surviving this, you're being refined through it. There's a strength rising in you now that wasn't there before. It's a divine authority, calm but unshakable. The woman's face is no longer calm. Her fake victim act is turning into visible guilt. Someone recorded her reaction when asked, "Are you sure this is what happened?" She couldn't answer. She turned pale. That moment was documented. Type Amen to get blessing 711. Archangel Michael says, this is a spiritual storm, but it ends in divine glory. Her intentions were rooted in jealousy, control, and rage, but truth was always watching. Another document she submitted has been flagged. There's a signature mismatch. The person she claimed signed it has officially denied being involved. Now that document is under fraud investigation. Your case is being unwrapped and the light is burning every layer of darkness. Type Amen to get blessing 494. She has now received a call from someone warning her to stop. They told her, "You went too far. He's not who you think he is. He's protected." She's shaken. Her voice is weak. Her energy is off. Her aura is losing color. Heaven is draining the false power she tried to stand on. You, on the other hand, are gaining unseen supporters every minute. People are stepping up not just to defend, but to expose. Type Amen to get blessing 303. There's a lawyer who just reviewed the updated investigation and has offered to step in if needed. This person doesn't know you personally but believes in justice. That's what your presence attracts, righteous help. Archangel Michael says, the night is almost over. Dawn is breaking and with it, the collapse of the lie that was meant to cage you. She wanted to damage your name, your spirit, your life. Instead, her own words are forming the noose she tied for you. Type Amen to get blessing 222. You are about to walk free, not just physically, but spiritually. Guilt will never touch you because innocence surrounds you like a fire. You don't need to scream. You don't need to retaliate. You only need to remain aligned with divine guidance. One last thing is about to surface, a bank record. A transaction she made that connects her to a bribe she denied. That's when the final nail will be hammered. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Archangel Michael says, Heaven is placing a crown where someone tried to place chains. Your story is being rewritten not in shame but in triumph. And the people who believed her first, they're going to apologize one by one. They will remember how calm you stayed through this. They will honor your strength. They will respect your dignity. They will speak your name with pride. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. She will face consequences. Her fake tears will dry. Her voice will be silenced. Her fake power will be stripped. But your path is just beginning. This was the enemy's final move, and it failed. You have passed this test. What comes next is glory. Type Amen to get blessing 700. Archangel Michael says, the energy in the air is shifting now. What once felt like doom hanging over you is beginning to dissolve. The woman who lit this fire with her lies is now surrounded by the smoke of her own creation. A senior officer has officially paused the case. The reason listed, inconsistencies and questionable witness behavior. That's not just a delay, it's a direct divine intervention. She called again, trying to convince them she was telling the truth. But her words lacked power. Her voice trembled, and she repeated herself like someone rehearsing a broken story. Type Amen to get blessing 898. The officer who received the call didn't respond emotionally. He simply said, "Thank you. We'll be in touch." But his mind had already made a decision: you will not be approached until the entire case is re-examined. The woman didn't expect her own emotions to betray her. She's breaking down. Not because of guilt, but because control is slipping from her fingers. Her allies are leaving her. One by one, they're returning to silence. The story is losing breath. Type Amen to get blessing 555. In a shocking turn, one of her former friends has submitted an official statement. She wrote, "I stayed quiet long enough. I can't let an innocent person suffer for someone else's hate." That line alone is shaking the foundation of the report. This woman's name is now under a second investigation. Not only for false accusations but for tampering with digital evidence. She tried to erase old messages. She didn't realize screenshots were saved. Someone submitted those screenshots anonymously. The content? Proof of her plan, step by step. Type Amen to get blessing 737. Archangel Michael says, what was designed to end your peace will now ignite your power. You are going to rise not just as someone who survived, but as someone who became unstoppable because of it. There is a divine stamp now on your name. A circle of fire around your energy. Anyone who tries to lie about you from this moment on will face consequences quicker than ever before. A new protector has entered the scene. This person doesn't wear a badge, but their presence commands truth. They've been assigned spiritually to shadow this case and ensure it dies in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 394.